Oh my God, these voiceovers are so hard. I can't even keep up, but it's okay. We gonna master them. Watch. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you're here for my last video, Not Your Average Silk Press. And if you're not, go check that one out first. And of course, if you did, I'm happy to have you back. Today we're talking about professionalism. But before we get into the topic, I know I said that I would tell you about the products that I use. So first I went in with my Mizani 24 Miracle Milk Leave-In Spray. I think that's what it's called. And then immediately after, I went in with my favorite Aveda product from the Brilliant line, Universal Styling Cream. And before I go any further, I want to say thank you to Hannah for allowing me to record her journey. Thanks, girl! And also, disclaimer, I recorded this video, I want to say last year in August. So, excuse my outfit. So, I don't know if you can tell from this video, but Hannah is a natural redhead. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I feel like girls from natural levels 5 to 7, their hair tends to be on more of the drier side, so I like to overcompensate with products that's a little bit more nourishing and moisturizing. This is my first time doing Hannah's hair since she's moved to DC, but she's been getting trimmed pretty regularly from her stylist back home, which I want to shout out because you kept Hannah's hair amazing. Chef's kiss, chef's kiss. Like, I didn't have to recommend, especially with new clients, because sometimes you got to break some habits, but I didn't have to recommend any additional products. There was a guide that I was able to follow the entire trim through. Like, just, girl, you did that. Let's get into this professionalism topic because the girls have been having problems and I'm here to solve it. Well, you know, kind of. I did a poll on my Instagram a while back, and the question was, what do you like or don't like from the stylists these days? And girl, these answers that I have been getting have been breaking my little stylist heart. See, I graduated from hair school about 10 years ago, and I can definitely see the rise of social media's influence on what's considered professional in the beauty industry and what's not. Like having to come shampooed and blow dried. This is always such a funny topic to me because it really kind of just depends on that stylist. For example, if you're sitting to get 6-hour braids, to be honest, and this is my unpopular opinion, but I think it's only fair that you come already prepared for your service. You're not technically paying that braider for hair health, you're paying that braider for braids. But of course, if that braider does provide that service on top of that 6-hour braids, by all means, she has the right to charge whatever she wants to charge. Unless it's like a gallery, but that's different. And this is what I meant by social media and their opinions. Legally, only in a couple of states is it really required for your braider to shampoo your hair. Now, anything outside of braids and your stylist is asking you to come already shampooed and blow dry, take into account that that stylist may or may not be able to actually shampoo your hair. Do with that information as you will. But before thinking the worst, most of us work off time, and if it's quicker for the client to come prepared, just come prepared. Another answer to the poll was that hairstylists don't really care for their hair and they just style. And you know, this one kind of bothers me too, especially in the world of social media where everyone only cares about the aesthetic and if it photographs well. This really does bother me. But honestly, from what I've seen, I think a lot of the hairstylists that are being deemed as like unprofessional literally just weren't taught how to care for hair. But again, this situation kind of goes back to the first discussion. Some stylists can't give you hair care, so they give you hairstyles. Social media is like a portfolio, specifically Instagram, and it's been so easy to tell if a stylist cares or just styles hair. Like, I've had girls come to me and say that they've stalked my Instagram, my TikToks, my social media for months just to see if I was consistent with my work. And I love that for them because that's literally why I post. But no, I really want the girls that come to me know exactly who they're coming to so that I know that I'm attracting the exact type of client that I'm getting. Does that make sense? I might do a little spin-off on that one because I feel like that's a good conversation for the stylist because not every client needs to be your client, just like every stylist doesn't need to be your stylist. Oh yeah, we definitely about to go into a spinoff on that one because that goes into my very next topic on this poll. expecting you to read every word on their site and social media. And this one, I'm sorry. I can't agree with you on this one because, girl, what do you mean you don't want to read what's on your potential stylist site? See, now, me personally, this is the kind of client that I like to avoid, and I just want to let you know that this type of mindset produces a certain experience, and if you don't want that experience, I suggest reading everything that you need to read beforehand. I've heard too many times that stylists nowadays love to charge a late fee, but it's not really accommodating for when they're late on their clients. In situations like that, more times than not, a stylist will try you because they know you didn't pay attention to their policy. Now, I'm not sure if the unprofessional stylists are the ones who have their own space and work for themselves or if they work under a management, but I guarantee if you ask your stylist about it and they operate under some type of integrity, they'll help you out in some way. This last topic is one that I threw in on my own. Stylists being unresponsive to DMs or texts. But you know, if this is something that really bothers you, I suggest try finding a salon with a receptionist or a stylist with an assistant. Let's bring it back to Hannah for a second. For those that were wondering, I use a light holding spray from Kenra on Hannah's curls. Sometimes I bounce back and forth from her and Paul Mitchell. Those sprays usually are my go-tos when I'm curling. They just do what they're supposed to do. And when Hannah goes home, she'll wrap it, and then the next day she'll reveal a silk press full of body. If you're new here and just stumbled across this video, my name is Bianca. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I have my own salon suite in Washington, D.C. 90% of my clientele are Black girls with curls. They typically wear protective styles, but they come in quarterly for me to maintain their health and check their progress. As we wrap this up, I really want you to remember, this business is a billion-dollar industry. So just be careful who you find on social media and who you book with. I've heard stories about how girls have came from out of town and got scammed by a stylist. Those kind of stylists will never be professional because they're not hairstylists, they're scammers. I think I'm just at a point in my career where I need the girls to know the difference between who's professional, who's beginning, and who just does hair for fun and money. But you know, also keep in mind that even if you do your research, sometimes it's still just not a good match. And that's really okay too. I always try to remind my girls that your salon visit should be a part of your self-care. And if you value your time, like your stylist values their time, then you see who's in this for the reasons you booked for. If you made it this far, thank you so much for coming along with Hannah and her curls. Hopefully you like it over here on this channel where we know better and try to grow better. Hopefully you're subscribed and you're tuning into the next video. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Love you.